out today too. I mean, audience.
Woo! Woo! Look, I just been keeping my poise. Made by the million, but still unemployed. They text me about green, but not on Android. She not my shawty, she filling the void. I make the sounds that cut through the noise. He think he a man, but he chillin' with boys. Put down the liquor, start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. My uncle had told me that I was the one. I played that shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shawty had hit me, said she wanna come. Her dresses is black, but she not a nun. I'm so Pasadena, cause that's where I'm from. Some bangers, some hoes. Them with guns, they scheming for riches, they playing it numb. I'm second, I wins cause I'm second to none. Look, what the you think I do it for? Do it for? Hey, look it in the mirror. You the
cousins, family. Nah, just kidding. I ain't gonna do that. Mike's not here today, so I had to do that in his absence. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Secure the Bag podcast. It's me, Jason, and King tonight. Mike couldn't make it. Tonight, it's gonna be a good conversation. I think we're gonna have a good topic, some good topics. We're talking about money as power, not just making money, but controlling it, protecting it, and using it with strategy. We're going to talk about VA loans tonight. All right. And then you're going to want to stick around because we also going to talk about what are some of the best markets to flip in between Florida and Connecticut. We're going to dive into vertical integration. Jason has something on his chest. He's going to get off on that vertical integration. So you definitely gonna want to stick around for that. And we're gonna talk about boycotting. And is boycotting an actual economic advantage for African Americans? And does the money need a better plan, if you will? So let's jump into this. What's up, fellas? How we doing tonight?
Yeah, what's up, brothers?
I got a
Everything beautiful.
Oh man, hold on. I'm messing up, King. I'm messing up already. It's all right.
Okay. Take your time.
It's all right. Do we want to do it? Let's do a market update. What would Mikey do is the question.
Keep talking. Keep over talking to everybody. You don't want to do what Mikey do. I'm kind of glad he's not here today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out to Mike. Yeah. Shout out to Mike. Hope you watching somewhere, man. Yeah. Tune in.
Let's. What are you seeing in this market, King? I think it's shifting a little bit. What you seeing?
It's shifting a little bit to where because still the same update from all the other weeks. Houses are still staying on the market, but right. The biggest story in Connecticut remains the same. Not enough homes.
Right.
Low inventory is keeping competition strong. So, it's still going to be bidding wars. Not in the hot market is going to be bidding wars, but not nowhere in like Coventry, Winstead, and those places where a lot of people really don't want to live.
Right. Hold on.
But even, I believe Hartford is still highlighted as the one of the strongest state cities in Connecticut, and more affordable for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of Hartford is really strong up there right now. So
that's right. Didn't they say Hartford is like the number one city in the United States or in the country or something like?
Yeah, I think Buffalo came in one, and they came in two for like hottest markets to grow in, and for trending upward because based on inventory and all those other factors that come in. So yeah, man, Connecticut is it's a demand for it out there now.
Yeah.
Right.
So, And the part that people are missing, the reason why they're calling it the hot market, I think we touched on this on the last episode, but it's probably is one of the last more affordable counties, if you will,
Yeah,
in the state. New Haven County is,
yeah,
crazy prices are going up, and the further south you go towards New York, the more expensive it is as well. So, we already know about Greenwich and, working your way up to Fairfield and, Bridgeport. And then, once you get into New Haven County, you get a little breathing room. But Harford County is probably the last place in the state to find real deals. If you're looking for the deals. But I did I put together a little report. I'm trying to do three things at once, but bear with me. I did put together a little report. Nope, that ain't it. Be quiet, King. I got it. There you go. I got it. But there you go. All right. Don't fire me. So it's a quick market snapshot. This is crazy, King. So we're up from last month, about 70 properties sold from last month, and this is everything. This is single family, multifamily. Average home price is up. Average sale price is up. Days on market is dropping. So there's still a lot of pressure, like we've been saying. But I thought this graph right here was interesting. There's not as many sold properties as it was a year ago, but the prices are up. And that's due to the fact of there's still not enough inventory. There's even less inventory now than it was last year. And I was talking to somebody yesterday, and he was like, yeah, my guy from Texas, he goes, how's the market up there? I said, it's a pressure cooker, bro. It's a pressure cooker. It's just not enough inventory to move the needle. And, there's still like a lot of talks and a lot of conversation on, getting the city to make affordable housing and, building new housing with land and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't care if you build it all. It's just not enough to push the needle. You know what I mean? In this pressure cooker. That's just my opinion. But
no, it's true. But when you do that, you don't. The city has to open it up for investors and developers to come in and build these, make it easier for them with the yellow tape, to do all these freaking developments so they can put more affordable housing. And it's like, what is affordable housing? Is it a benefit to the developer to create affordable housing? I think sometimes we lose that because the cost of now just building houses have went up.
right.
It's more expensive now. So will it be a benefit to them to build affordable or for them to build more upper middle class, more luxury type style homes so they can make sure they get their money back?
I was working with a builder a couple years ago, no lie. And he was going to build some modular homes, but he wanted it to be affordable. It was in New Haven, and he wanted to sell the homes, brand new homes for like $299. And I'm like, you could list it at $299, but it is not gonna stay there. If you build a brand new house in New Haven for $299, like 3 bedrooms, a garage. It was like he was trying to build like a raised ranch. I'm like, bro, there's no way. There's no way, man. Just talking to another guy, and it's so funny because people are like, when they're on one side of the coin, it's like, okay, the prices are too high. Why would who would pay that much for that house is the thought process. But then when you put the shoe on the other foot, okay, this is your house now. You mean to tell me you're not going to sell it for what you could sell it for because you feel like it's too high? Or are you going to sell it for the higher amount? And that's where I usually get them, King. That's where they shut up right there. It's like,
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about those modular homes because they actually we have the first park coming to Miami. And it's a trick with those, right? So the park is coming to Miami, the first one here in forever,
oh, the
modular
modular home
homes.
park. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, so the prices start at 129. But what
Mm,
they're not telling you is that you're still renting the land. And the rent for the land is around $1,200 a month to rent it. So you got your mortgage payment and you have to rent the land. The
right,
problem with that is that land rent is not fixed. So eventually, even though you buy low, eventually it's going to go up
right.
and it's going to cause chaos because you're doing all that paying, but you're not owning the actual land that it's under. And I think that's where the issues start coming in with the cities. And it's like, okay, how do we tax these modular homes, these mobile homes, and because it's not attached to the land, and we can't give it a real property tax, you know? So we have to, it's like a car almost if it's not attached to the land. And that's one of the reasons most cities don't want these properties there because they can't tax it if you don't attach it to the land.
Jay, oh, your screen's frozen. It was froze for a minute. But yeah, you're right. So
So
so I just want to be clear, not all modular homes are on leased land. But there are some instances like we got condos that are on leased land. Like there's a couple of different condo complexes where you own the
right.
unit, but the whole entire complex is on leased land, which is mind-boggling to me. Um, we had a nice wave of modular home new construction. I'd say a good 20 years ago it was big. About 15 to 20 years ago it was big. It was a lot of modular homes going up in like Cheshire, North Haven. um and a modular home is a pre-built home. It's built in a factory. um
Yep.
it's split up in a few different pieces. Sometimes it's two, sometimes it's four pieces, and then they put the house together on the land. So we had a nice little boom. We don't see them a lot anymore. And you know what's funny? That I don't even see that what happens when those houses turn over? Are they still considered modular homes, or are they just considered a home after that?
It's always going to be, yeah, it's always going to be based on how it's attached to the land. But since it wasn't built on the land, it's always going to be considered a modular home. It's just if it's attached to the land or not.
Right,
Modular homes are different than mobile because modular doesn't have you can't move the modular home unless
right,
you can drive off with it, like more like a mobile home where you just attach to one of the trucks that move it and you can just get it off the property.
right. So let's dive into the VA loans. The VA loans are, I mean, that's a big loan, but I don't think the VA loans get their just due a lot of times, if you will. I know they were working on some changes, but I'm not sure. I think you said they didn't go through. But a lot of people think that like VA loans are weak. Like a lot of sellers are afraid of VA loans.
Yeah.
But there's still great opportunities for buyers. But like, Jason, what are the reasons why people can be afraid of VA loans, especially the sellers?
So I'm gonna spin a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a reason why you should take the VA loans, which you're probably saying that you should be given this benefit by any means to a veteran who's earned their right to the benefit, right?
Mm,
The first one is they earn their right to the benefit to purchase the home, right? So you should be able to look at them and say, hey, you meet all the criteria that my seller want. You're at the highest, biggest, best, whatever the realtors say, you can buy this home. Second is
mm,
that it's a legit home that makes it easier for the veteran to get into and close quicker than the other loans
mm,
because it's zero down payment out of pocket, right? The
mm,
the threshold for debt to income ratio, which gives us the ability to see how much debt to income you have to apply for the loan, is more lenient. So you can go higher ratios than FHA conventional.
really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
more lenient. So you can go depending on if your lender has overlays, which an overlay is basically the secondary market gives guidelines to what qualifications you need what qualifications you need to get approved for a home. An overlay means if the secondary market say, hey, a VA minimum down payment for 100% or zero down payment is 580. That lender comes in, what they call an overlay, and say, no, our lenders, we're not doing 580. We're only going to approve 600 and up credit scores. That's what an overlay is.
Right.
But other than that, they're one of the easiest, best loans to get there. One of the knocks on it is that, oh, we're not gonna we got to have a perfect appraisal. We got to have this. I'm gonna tell realtors this and everybody this. You got to have that with every home that you're financing traditional. It's not just FHA, it's not just VA or conventional. The home has to be in a standard where the person can live because they're getting traditional financing with it. So if the home is messed, the kitchen is messed up, there's holes in the roof, there's freaking cracks in the concrete and the floor, that's gonna, the appraiser, when they come out, they're gonna look at it as if this home is not safe to live in because it becomes a risk to the lender. And these are some of the things with VA that people don't understand, and they run away from it because they're like, "Oh my God, is when the appraisal is not going to pass, right?" That's a huge thing with it. And also, other than FHA and conventional, there's a termite report, right? So you have to make sure that you get that termite inspection done, and there's no termites in the property. If they are, you have to get that taken care of. But
And the seller has to get that taken care of, right?
the seller has to get that taken
Yeah.
care of. You get the property tenant or whatever. I don't know if you have a lot of that up there, but here we have termites is like birds down here. I mean, everybody house here.
So like birds. Jesus.
Yeah, everybody house here is probably have termites. You're gonna have termites here. It's just,
Yeah.
it's inevitable. But yeah, man, so it's an unbelievable loan. I used my VA loan before. King is a veteran, has the ability to use it. Mike is a veteran, has the ability to use the loan. It's an unbelievable loan. So yeah, I used it. I sold that property years back. So it renews. Once you sell it renews, and you can also have multiple VA loans.
What renews?
The eligibility.
Oh, got you.
Yep. So once you sell that property, you go back, you can get another as a primary, but you can also have multiple VA loans. It's going to depend on a bunch of other factors. Don't want to get into it right now because it's a lot of calculations and things you got to do, but you can have more than one loan on the VA if you have enough time in service and enough eligible entitlement to get those benefits.
Are there my last question on this one? Are there is there a difference, or are there certain criteria, a different criteria? Because I hear you and King talking about the VA renovation loan. Like, is there a difference to qualify, or is it like if you qualify for a VA, you should be able to qualify for the renovation loan?
Yep, it's the same thing. The only thing on the renovation loans is that, and this goes for the government loans too, also in conventional, is that the purchase price is going to be different than what the repair cost is, right? To get the home up to speed to get it fixed. So if I'm buying a house, say the house is 200,000, let's just use a number like that. 200,000, it's going to be 50,000 to get everything fixed, to get everything going. That 50,000 is going to go on top of the loan in the end, but you can use that on the front end of the loan to actually get your house renovated. So now you can buy a house that's probably not livable right now or up to par standard to qualify for. With the loan, get it fixed with the 50,000 and then be able to move in. And you get about 6 months to get all that taken care of.
I'm gonna tell you what I hate. I hate it with a passion, and I understand why they do it. But real estate agents, when they list a property, instead of disclosing like you're supposed to, instead of disclosing what the issues are, and then having a buyer come with the option to to renovate the property, right? They will put on the listing, will not pass FHA, will not pass VA. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right. And I think that's their way of just saying, okay, we're looking for a cash offer, but you could be leaving money on the table. And you get what I'm saying? So I had a listing and the question becomes, are you doing your seller a disservice by doing that? I had a listing in Brantford, and the house was in horrible condition. We only sold it. Well, we listed it for 200,000. It didn't close yet. It's under contract, and most agents will probably say, yeah, well, that's why. But anyways, it was in horrible condition. Listed it for 200,000. I got cash offers. I got renovation offers. I got hard money off. I got everything. So I just gave my client that much more options, right? That many more options to be able to choose from to decide which way you want to go, right? And you vet the buyers as much as you can, you vet the agent as much as you can, but people are so afraid, and it shows. I'm not bashing anybody, but you could go down to MLS and just look at it. It will not pass FHA. And so I got to call ahead and say, listen, I got a buyer with a 203K loan. Not only do I got a buyer with a 203K loan, but I close like 5 or 6 of those a year. My contractors are good. They know how to write the bids. Like, we don't have a problem. I could probably close them in 4 weeks, whatever. But if I didn't have the smarts or the wherewithal to make that call, you probably would have missed out on money, Mr. or Mrs. Seller.
Yeah, and it's your fiduciary responsibility to be educated on these different products so you can present to your seller to make sure they're getting the most money, because it's your fiduciary responsibility as a realtor to make sure you're working in the best interest of your seller.
Of your client, correct.
Yeah. So if you're working in the best interest of the client, I'm sorry, yeah, because you buy or sell side, you're working in the best interest of your client. Why not know about all these programs and speak to as many people as possible? Because when you're working with a renovation loan, it makes the process easier, because it don't matter what's wrong with the property. We're going to get it fixed.
Right.
So what's the problem with now? I don't got to care about inspection, which most people are going to hit you over the head. Cash offers or whatever, when they get that inspection report done, if some cash offers do inspections, right, they're going to beat you over the head because now it's going to cost them more money to get the property fixed. Right. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Renovation, all of it is going to be included in the loan, and I don't have to worry about inspection because they're going to do an inspection. The ARV is once you put the bid in to the contract, when the appraiser come out, he's going to do an ARV, which is after repair value of the property once it's fixed. The ARV is going to come. So once that happened, then you get an inspection after that, and you're good to go. So yeah. I don't know why they do it, but I just think they're being lazy, like you said.
Yeah, it's crazy. King,
I was about to say. Y'all went to the next topic, but I have something about the VA. Yep. So I didn't notice I had an update for the VA. So on the funding fee, it's a major change that the VA had. They just added basically. So the borrowers can now deduct VA funding fees on their taxes starting in 2026 when purchasing a home with the VA home loan. What else I wanted to say? And they pretty much trying to make the process easier on veterans, as far as improvements and buying homes faster, and being more efficient for veterans. And I also got something on the appraisal process is being watched closely. There have been efforts to be modernize VA appraisals and address delays by improving the appraisal process and the availability of appraisals. I think we need more appraisers, because I never really even see people talking about their appraiser. You see home inspectors, but I never seen someone say, "Yeah, I'm an appraiser." So I think we need more people to go do that.
The appraiser, I ain't even being funny. The appraiser is a ghost for real, because
right.
And Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, but after 2008, there were some major changes, with dealing with appraisers. You can't. The appraiser has to be random. It can't just be somebody or whatever. And not only that, I don't even know if I want to have that conversation, but when I deal with appraisers, bro, I don't even talk to them. I let them in, I let them do their thing, and I walk away, because you could say the wrong thing. You could have on a Knicks jersey and he a San Antonio fan, and your house just got devalued. I'm dead serious, bro. I am so serious. I just let them be, because they can do. They got more control than anything. But I'm gonna tell you 100% right though, King. Like we do need more appraisers, but
Right.
there's arguments that it's kind of like, it's like gatekeeping, like, you know what I mean? Like it's so much to get in that the average person is just like, yo, I don't even want to deal with it. And what's gonna happen is all of the appraisers that we got now are phasing out. So somebody has to make that sacrifice to go through that process to say, yo, I want to be
Yeah.
appraisers. Like, I want to be an appraiser. Um, that and home inspectors too. It's so hard to
Yeah.
become a home
Yeah.
inspector. So we can make that argument. They make it hard for us to get into these positions, and that's why we don't see that many. But you know what, let's hold that right there, because we could talk more on that
I thought about that.
on that
Oh yeah, because 2000, we can go back to 2008 because I was in the market. I'll tell you exactly why they switched the laws for the appraiser, because I'll say this, I knew like 20 appraisers back then. I don't know one appraiser right now.
Yeah, I got a couple in my phone, and we have we got a respectable, because appraisers can be for hire too. So
Yes.
you could just call an appraiser and just hire them. Just to, I had a property that I was trying to comp out, and I was struggling, so I called an appraiser. You know what I mean? Which is dope. So you do need them in your Rolodex, but when it comes time to the deal, like, leave them alone. You say the wrong thing, this thing go left quick.
Yeah, it's a whole process to get your property appraised through traditional financing, and even non-conforming too. Like they have to order the appraiser, they have to be a licensed appraiser for different type of loans that they're going to do. It's a process now, man. It's a whole network that we use. Yeah, it's not as random as people think it is.
So what is it like? Is it like an agency or something, or a database?
Yeah, yeah. So they have a few different national companies
Mhm.
that appraisers go under, and when we apply for when you put in a loan, you apply for the loan, you put the contract in, you submit it to underwriting, then we order the appraisal.
Mhm.
You have a network that you tap into, that you send a random request out, and then it goes into everybody's system, and the first person who answers the request or whatever gets the appraisal. They accept it,
Mhm.
and then you assign them the appraisal. So the appraisal order. So yeah, it's a process, and a lot of them, they're not nice like they used to be back in the day. They're like, because appraisers are part of the problem we had in the market.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm not going no further than that. They were just a problem.
Yo, I want to know what that
They-
means, Jason.
so I'll give you a snapshot. Back then, if somebody wanted a house to appraise for a number, they would make it appraise for the number.
I got
And
you.
that's where
Okay.
that's where the issues started to line in. 500,000, don't worry, your appraiser will never come in short.
I think that's still going on. I don't know why I think that, but the last house we got, what we paid for, it came back at that same number, and I was just like, how?
Nah, so
That's a good realtor.
Yeah.
Whoever comped that property.
On the other side, yeah, he must have been a partner
So hold
of
on. I see
of the
this.
deal.
I see this. Yo,
Partner of the deal.
nah,
Ain't
listen.
no way.
I see this all the time. So I do kind of understand this, right? So this is a part that people miss. When you get an appraisal, you're getting an appraisal for something, right?
Yeah.
If you get a house under contract, you're getting an appraisal for that contract. They're not going to give you the actual value of the house, because you're not paying them to give you the actual value of the house. The bank is paying them to make sure that the house is worth what the contract is written for. So
Right.
that's why it comes out where it comes out at. But if after the deal is done and you go and hire an appraiser on your own, it could be worth way more. Like, and I seen it happen because one of my guys, so we bought a house that we knew was undervalued. We knew it was undervalued. That's why we jumped on it, right? He bought it for $150,000. And the appraisal came back at like 165 or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? We know the house is worth more than 165, but that's what was on the
Mm-hmm.
contract. You feel me? So after my guy he went in, did his work, he went and got it appraised again. The house was really worth 475. He paid, you know what I'm saying? He paid for it on his own. So that when you're under contract, that appraisal usually never really comes back at the actual value. It's just even when Jason, when the appraiser comes in when the appraisal comes in and it goes to underwriting, the underwriter will come back and say as is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's really just based on that contract and the deal as is. but
Yeah,
but
they don't care about, like you said, they don't care about if that appraisal came in worth 800,000. They just want to make sure it's worth
it's
the
worth
amount that's on the contract that you guys agreed to. Yeah.
a lot a
They want
lot
the real value of the property.
right. A lot of people don't realize that. But go do a HELOC after after that. It's just gonna blow your mind. You
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah,
you're like what? Um
definitely.
so yeah. Where we at? VAs. All right. So as we're talking about values, that was a pretty good segue, right? Mike will be proud of me. We're talking about values. We're talking about appraisals. And
Mhm.
that's another thing, too, King. Like when you bang out that CMA before, you know what I'm saying? You bang out that CMA when you're supposed to. You should be, you should be close, uh, to that appraisal number anyway. You know what I mean? You should know kind of what it's going to come back at beforehand anyway. But as we're talking about values and equity, there was an article that came out about some of the best cities to flip in. And obviously it was talking about Hartford because of of the market up there. As like I said before, it's like one of the last counties where, you could really be affordable. Um but let's go to Florida real quick, Jason. Where do you see like a lot of the fix and flippers or where's the opportunity for a lot of the fix and flippers in Florida right now?
So right now, they have several cities that they talk about, but for me, it's Central Florida, like the Ocala area, and you got Jacksonville that is crazy right now, and then you have some parts of Orlando also that's really hot in
Mm,
Florida, man. I mean, to me, Jacksonville might be the biggest opportunity because you can still see houses there for like 100 and some thousand in some areas. They're
really?
going up. Yeah, they're going up. They have went up over the past couple years. But if you go on the MLS, if you go on Zillow or Realtor.com, you can definitely find some great deals in Jacksonville, man. Some
Mm,
really good deals for some of those properties. So yeah, I mean, Tampa has a little bit also. There's opportunity everywhere, but the biggest bang for your buck is going to be in those four areas.
mm,
I have a bunch of realtors in those areas I speak to all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of the clients don't have the funds to do the fix and flip, but they can get into the 203K, they can get into these things, these other loan programs to help renovate the properties too. But a lot of
mm,
them, they don't want to go through that process. So it's still an education process to it.
mm.
But yeah, those areas are wide open right now.
What do you think, or with all of the talks about Florida and the uh like the excessive amount of inventory
Mhm.
in Florida, is it a good move to fix and flip in Florida, or is it like a case
I,
by case basis? Like what
I,
do you think?
I think it's a good move to purchase in Florida. I think it's a good move to fix and flip. Just know your areas though. Like
Mm,
be realistic because the problem we're having and the problem we have is that people are not doing enough research for fix and flips. They're watching social media and they're not understanding how this works. They don't understand you got to buy low and then you fix and flip it, and then that payment needs to be less than what your actual rents are, so you can make some type of margin for the property,
mm,
right? If you pay on a long-term hold. But when you fix and flip, it's the same concept, but you need enough margin to sell the property because if you're fixing and flipping and you're breaking even, there's no point, you know what I mean?
you
There's no
you
point in
ain't
doing that
flipping.
unless you're trying to be Superman and save the community. but it makes no sense if you're not making any profit doing that, you know. So yeah, I think Florida in general, wherever you buy here, especially on the coastal towns, I mean, you're gonna win, man. You're gonna win because eventually it's gonna come back. Eventually, the rates will fall, and not even the rates, man. Inflation comes down, cost of living gets back under control. People are gonna start buying again. It could be next year, the year after. Eventually, it's gonna recover.
All right, so King, let's school them to Connecticut. And you active, you outside. How many houses you seen this week?
Not many.
Not many. Oh,
Being honest,
you took a week
not
off.
many. Not many.
It's not a lot out there, which I think is what is
Like I feel like
driving
I
opportunity.
seen. I ain't trying to be funny. I feel like I seen all the house, like a lot of the houses. Some new stuff coming on market.
Mhm.
Um, every day, like whatever. But I feel like I seen houses. I even seen some houses twice because I forgot I seen it before. Like so, I really been like I go. I'm like, nah, I'm out. I've been here already. Or my wife seen it with her one of her friends because they real estate agents.
Mhm.
I'm like, nah, we out. I seen this already. Or I look at it like, nah. But I still feel like Hartford is the area.
Mm.
Waterbury, like a lot of like far as buying houses to live, a lot of areas they're trash.
Right.
But there's still opportunity there. You still could buy like a whole block and fix it up and make it look better than what it looked. Um, and then that would make people want to live there because even though like the areas are to me horrible, but it's still opportunity. Still people coming from New York wanting to buy all the properties out there. Even
Yeah.
Gerard, your man, what's his name again? I forgot. But he
At my
coming to buy
place.
everything in
Oh,
Waterbury.
oh,
Yeah,
oh, Wilby.
yeah. He listen. People traveling 2 hours or an hour and a half to come buy stuff, but people that grew up in these areas like New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury, be like, nah, I'm not buying a house where or a property where I grew up at. That's dumb. You know the area better than anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you buy a property here? Like I'd be confused. So I asked my boys in the army about one of the houses I bought. I was like, yo, what you think about this area? Oh yeah, this place, they got these people over that people, those people over there. They didn't even know I was closing on that house like in a week or two.
Mm.
I don't care about what you think or what you feel about the area. If I see an opportunity to get the property, we're gonna get it. That's how
Yeah.
people need to look. They don't look at it like that. They want to move outside of, like, it's okay to move outside of the city you grew up in, but buy property where you live at, where
Mm.
you know people at, where your family's still at, where you can have somebody go check on the property or whatever.
Right.
But I feel like most people don't think like that. They just want to just move out and just be like, forget. Yeah, I would never buy there. That's dumb. New Haven is the hottest market. I feel like in the state, far as like the hottest market, but affordability, it would be Waterbury or Hartford.
Mm-hmm.
Hartford got a lot of big houses.
Yeah, I like you know, I was talking to an agent and Waterbury, and I don't know if you noticed, but Waterbury every year leads New Haven County in terms of the amount of transactions. Waterbury is busy, is shaking and moving. In terms of real estate. Um, I could see why Waterbury would be a good place to flip. A lot of the New Yorkers, but Waterbury does have a lower price point, and I think that's what tracks a lot of New Yorkers that are moving here. A lot of them kind of end up in Waterbury or in that area in the valley, that Route 8, easy access to New York through Route 8. Um, or not New York, but you get access to the Mirror and I-95 off of Route 8. But you got to look at, as I'm saying that, you got to look at the town and what is driving it. Like, why do people want to be here? And I think once you figure that out, you'll figure out, if
Yeah.
it's a good town, to invest in. But the top towns in my book is Waterbury. New Britain's like the quiet storm right now. Definitely Hartford, which is nationally a lot of pressure up in Hartford. Meriden, I think Meriden is about to be. I was about to say the New Hampton, but I don't even want to do it like that.
Nah. Say I just unmuted myself. Meriden is definitely the New Hampton. Mostly everybody moved from New Haven. They're in Meriden now. Now a lot of people are in Middletown.
Right. Meriden, middle. Yo, chill. Don't even talk about Middletown out loud. I want to keep that where it's at.
Oh, I apologize. My wife said, "Can she add one?"
Well, yeah, of course.
Norwich.
She said Norwich.
Ooh, so all right. So we was just talking about Norwich, when we was talking about the VA thing. I think we was talking about it offline. But that Norwich, New London area is definitely an area where you could get some properties at a good price. It's the I don't want to say the bad thing. I think one of the cons about Norwich is really just that commute, because it's kind of like, what are you? You an hour from New Haven, just about almost an hour from New Haven, and then you also like
55 minutes.
Yeah, and the same thing with Hartford. So, but it's a coastal town, so you know how much I like my shoreline towns. But it's a coastal town, but they have military base. That's where our military base is. U.S. What is it? U.S. boat is the name of it. Is the submarine base out there. So there's a lot of demand out there. So that's a good point. 100%. New London. That's the sleeper for the day right there.
Quick question: Are people migrating to these towns because there's new industry coming there, or there are just more houses available?
Well, there ain't no more houses nowhere, so that's
no. I mean, like more affordability where they can go and actually grab something that they can afford.
No, I have. So, and this is, I think, one of the big issues that we talk about on this podcast a lot is people. It seems like, I don't want to judge everybody or put everybody in a box, but it seems like nobody really wants to commute. Like, you get Meriden to New Haven, and huh?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about what I want to say, but you just reminded me.
Yeah.
Listen, the New Yorkers will travel 6 hours a day to go to work and come back and go back home. The people from New Haven, they don't even want to go to Meriden sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't even want to travel 30 minutes away.
Right.
Like, come on, you getting a house that you want in a nice, quiet area for the price that you want with the space that you want, and you're like, nah, that's too far from your job. Right. Leave earlier. Leave an hour earlier from your job if you want to make it there on time. Come on, man. You saving money. So either way, you're saving money.
Bro, I was talking to Jason the other day, and he's like, yeah, I had to go up to such and such. Yeah, it was an hour drive. Like, it ain't nothing. Like, you like if somebody got to drive an hour around here, it's a problem.
Listen, man. Jason was born in Connecticut, but he's really a New Yorker. I just think about these people. He was in the city. They don't mind they don't mind doing anything, man. Whatever it takes. When you from, like, I asked somebody, I said, yo, where you from? He said New Jersey. I said, I knew it was one of them cities. The people that's from New York, New Jersey, or even the DMV area, they will go anywhere. They will go do whatever it takes. It's like the people that, like, where we from, they like, nah, I'm good. 30 minutes, nah, I'm good.
30 minutes, nah.
Even 40 minutes, they say, nah, they don't want the house. 40 minutes away, they good.
Bro, I was in Riverdale to get to Rye when I wasn't working in the city, when I was at Citibank, and it took me 2 hours, two hours to get to work, because I had to take a bus and a train, and 2 hours to get back home every day. I mean, like, even in Miami, depending on where I'm going, it could be 6 miles away. It could take me an hour, 45 minutes, depending on the traffic, what's going on. Is it a game today? Is there something, is the president down here, or something going on in the city? It'll take forever. So it's like an hour. That's an easy drive.
Florida's definitely a setup, man, because if you look at the map, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to West Palm. Oh, Miami's right there. Everybody tell you that. Yeah, Miami's right there. Bro, you on the highway for an hour, 45 minutes.
Nah, they never been to Miami. They never been out there. They thinking about the map.
Yeah.
They just thinking about the basics, though. They're not thinking about the traffic.
Yeah, word.
They're not thinking about rush hour.
It's true. People will call me, hey, I'm in Orlando, yo, come by. I'm like, yo, that's 3 hours away, bro. I'm not, that's not a, I'm not gonna come hang out with you and then come back home. You know, it's 3 hours away. We gotta plan a hotel and everything to go up there.
Yeah, what you mean? It's Florida. It's all, you know what I mean? It's all in the same spot.
Now you come to Connecticut, everything is right there. You know,
we get from one
30
side
minutes
of
away, 45 minutes away.
right. You 30 minutes from everything in the state. So I get it, and you get the weather. The other thing is about so another town that's a sleeper is Naugatuck, the valley.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Naugatuck is popping, and then you got Bridgeport and New Haven. Those are the main hubs, if you will. But I think that definitely the sleeper town is Norwich for the day, and what was it, Middletown, Norwich and Middletown. But so yes, even still in any market, man, there's gonna be room for flips, man. You just got to run your numbers right, like Jason said, man. You got to take care of your numbers.
There's always opportunity.
Right. So earlier, we were talking about the appraisers and needing more appraisers, and I want to get into this vertical integration conversation, but I don't even know how to open up that can of worms. But if you only make money when you close, do you own a business or do you own a job? Is the question.
Are you working a job? Right? What's the other part? Are you working a job
do
or
you
what?
own a do you own a do you own a business or do you have a job? If you only make money when you close.
I think you're just a salesperson. Like that's the answer. You're just a salesperson because with the vertical integration, like I heard about it, but I didn't really know all these different things, but it all go together. Like, and that's what I want to do. Like, I didn't even know that I wanted to do vertical integration before I even knew what the definition was.
Right.
My goal, even with getting in real estate, my goal was to start a landscaping company, like have a even get my mortgage license. Like, I wanted to do something all a part of the the business.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not the person that's buying the property, if you're not the person who has the construction company, like your own construction company, put in the work where you don't have to get these high fees or whatever. Like if you have all these people, different people that's being every part of the process, then you're just a salesperson. I would think. What you think? If you only get paid one time, like we're trying to get paid 3 to 5 different ways off this one deal.
And you know what?
Or save money.
You know what? And I'm gonna ask Jason a question, but in a lot of cases, bro, like integrating vertically is frowned on, right? I did a
when they're not doing it.
Listen,
when they're not the ones doing it, they mad that you got all this going on.
So listen,
crazy.
So listen to this. I did a deal. Was it last year or the year before last, bro? With this guy that was the real estate agent, the mortgage broker, and the insurance agent all on the same deal. I at first when he submitted the offer, I was like, yo, bro, what? I'm like, yo, congrats, you? I'm like, yo, great job, yo. But bro, it was the worst transaction I ever did in my life because he wore too many hats and he couldn't manage everything. So I'm not saying don't integrate vertically, but I just think you got to do it strategically. And sometimes integrating vertically with a partnership could be better than doing it, by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What you think?
Say that.
No, I agree. I think when we try to do things by ourselves, integrate that way, try to do it vertically, because basically integrating vertically means you control almost every part of the supply chain. So it was funny. This came up the other day because my boy, I'm watching the videos, right? I'm scrolling through social media, and I'm watching the video, and the guy was saying, "This is why they hate Jay-Z." and he said he was going through vertical integration.
Mhm.
So what Jay-Z did was he owns all of his masters now.
Right.
So he owns a company. The masters go under the S. Carter Corp company, whatever.
Mhm.
So he owns 100% of that. He owns like 80% stake in Rock Nation. That's
Mhm.
the distribution company.
Mhm.
And then the platform to where the music is played, where you can only hear most of his album, is on Tidal, and he still have an equity share in there.
Mhm.
So every part of his music being sold, played, wherever, he doesn't have a middleman no more. He gets paid for every part of the actual transaction for his music.
Mhm.
Then
Right.
the next day, I was watching another video, and it was talking about Andy Frisella, who owns the supplement company First Form. And he was saying when they first started the supplement company, he went out to a bunch of suppliers, distributors to get product, to get all the formulas and things like that, right? The materials, and nobody wanted to supply them. So
Mhm.
he was forced, they were forced into vertical integration to where now First Form controls every part of their supplement company's supply chain. So they
Mhm.
do the manufacturing, they do the outsourcing of the products, they do everything in-house. They
Mhm.
have the machine, so there's no third party manufacturer doing anything for them or sourcing their products and anything or packaging. They do everything in house. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation right now.
Mhm.
So in my head, I was thinking about that. I'm like, how can that apply to us on the mortgage and real estate side? I don't like when everybody wear hats on our side because they F the deals up because they
Mhm.
don't perfect. The problem is that people don't perfect their craft before they start getting into something else. So
Right.
when that guy did what he did on your deal, Gerard, it was everywhere. But
Mhm.
if he said, okay, I own part of this company with somebody, I own part of this process with somebody, and I'm the realtor, the insurance agent, or the loan officer, or whatever. Now I can just focus on me doing the real estate or loan officer side,
Mhm.
and I'll get a piece of the pie from every other stage in that transaction.
Mhm.
But legally, you have to disclose whatever part of the transaction you're on. You have to disclose all of those, ladies and gentlemen, because if you don't disclose that you're going to be on every part of that transaction, is actually illegal. But you can do that in a more seamless way without you doing everything at one time because you're holding all those hats and you're not that good at any of them. It just makes the process a nightmare. But vertical integration can help us when it goes through a different process because now we don't have any middlemen.
Every,
We
every
control.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody is good at what they do, right? And
Correct.
all of these professionals come together to form one company.
Correct.
Berkshire Hathaway, the real estate company, they have their own lending company.
Yep.
William Ravis, real estate company, they have their own lending company. Coldwell Banker, what we did, we partnered with a lending company, but I, I don't know if it's in. I guess it's still considered in house. I don't know, but the point is we made that partner. Coldwell Banker made that partnership. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing it their own, they partnered with somebody that already had it built,
Mhm.
and they made a deal and did it that way. So I guess that's right in line with what we're saying. So the point is like that's how you do it. I mean, it can be done, and then you could take it a step further. Do you own your own title company? Do you own your own insurance company? And like King said, the construction contractors. Um, I think it's genius. I think it's
Yeah, I have
genius.
mixed feelings about it. I have mixed feelings about it.
It's all going to depend on how you
Listening.
structure it.
Yeah, I just
I'm
don't
listening.
think I don't think people put enough time and effort to perfect it to make sure the service and the quality is to the point to where they're actually serving people. I
Mm.
think most people are at a money grab and they're trying to control every part of the process and it fucks the whole process up for it gives a bad experience to the end user
Mhm.
and it just makes a bad part of the process to make money. You can actually make more money sometime without controlling the whole part of the supply chain.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can have every part of the supply chain give you referrals, and you can make more money that way instead of taking a piece. I just think however you integrate it and make it work,
Mm.
it needs to be user friendly so that the end user is having an experience and not just going through the process and having a bad experience. And it's like oh, I made this money because I got money from boom, 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 boom.
Mhm.
But your clients are sitting there with a horrible experience, right? Eventually, that's going to run its course, and you're not going to, because there's no way you can sustain that.
Mm. It's
I think
yeah.
I think with the like you could do it without you being the face of every part of it. Like one of y'all just said, like partner, like you could partner with these different people. Like
True.
you could be a loan officer, but you got a different person that's gonna have they gonna do that part of the deal, and you give them some money or whatever, however it go, like whatever money you would have got if you were the main person, you just give them some money just because they're name up there. Then the other people like Gerard, he won't be confused. He won't be like, yo, hold on, this guy doing this time third. It'd be like, yo, all right, it's a whole different person with a different company or whatever.
Mhm.
Like your name don't got to be on it as long as your people do the great job that they supposed to do. Everybody doing what they supposed to do, sticking in their own lane. You could get just like you said, getting like different, getting paid from different people, whatever. That's a part of the process, but you don't got to do every single part. You do need to be focused on what you should be focused on, whether it's the mortgage or just being an agent or whatever.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't be trying to get, I wouldn't be trying to do every single part, but I definitely would try to get paid off every part if I could. But I don't want to do every part. I'm
Mm.
too busy doing the one thing I'm doing. I ain't trying to do 10 things. Let somebody
100%.
else do it.
Yeah,
That's
but
how I look at it.
you're going to get paid on every part if you're licensed or you have a strategic business plan. You can't get any referral fees. You can't get anything
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, as loan
even
officer. Yeah.
you know how we spoke about, being a mortgage lender, right? Those different ways.
Yep.
Like even if I refer somebody, like you could get something from it, whatever. Like that's cool. But I don't want to be the person that specializes in landscaping or construction. I got a construction company. The people that run it, they run it. I'm gonna call them. They're gonna make sure everything get done like that. Like I don't want to be there. Like I want to. Oh, it's done. Send me a picture. All right, send me a video. All right, we good. Let's go. We're gonna send the people out to go inspect it or whatever. But I don't want to be a part of every part like that. Nah.
Right.
Yeah, you create referral partners and those referral partners refer back to you. Now, if you own a part of the business, that's a different part of the transaction. You just got to make sure whatever industry you're in, that is legal for you to be a part of every part of that supply chain that you can have ownership within the company. But yeah, I mean, if you can do it seamlessly and be able to control certain things to make sure the experience is well and people not get ripped off and you're getting referrals back, I don't see why not. But I just don't trust most of us in this country to do. I don't say everybody, I say most of us to do the right thing because as we can see in our industry now, most of this is a money grab. People don't care if people are buying
It's
for them and their family that works and it makes
yeah.
sense. They just want a quick paycheck. And I'm like, that's killing our industry right now because once that transaction closes, that individual and their family are responsible for that property. And if you don't do your due diligence to make sure they're in a good situation, you're hurting yourself too, regardless of how people slice. Oh,
Mm.
it's their response. No, it's your responsibility because you're the professional. You know more than them. You know
Mhm.
the damn house falling apart, and you send your inspector in there to cover up the things that are falling apart. That's
Yeah,
your responsibility when something fall apart and the clients can't pay.
that happened on one of my last deals. Um, I went there to do like the final inspection or one of the inspections, and the I guess the owner, the seller's brother-in-law, or somebody was just leaving out, but he just painted like you could touch the paint. The paint is still wet. He just tried to paint over some stuff in the garage and trying to fix some things. Like so, we had an inspector come. He checked all that. They had to fix. They had to replace a beam in the garage because the termites were eating it all the way up. So he had to replace the whole thing. But
Mm.
yeah, they definitely gonna do whatever it takes. Send their own people in there and just try to. They should have did that a week ago. We wouldn't even knew if they'd have did it like a week or two before.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what everybody find. If you got an inspector, use yours. If not, I have a couple I use. But when you go, you need to go to your inspection if you can and ask questions. Like
Mm.
see it for yourself. Look at the report. Ask questions. Ask your realtor. Hey, what does this mean? If they don't know, speak to the inspector just to make sure. Because once that transaction closes, you are responsible as the buying party, and you're responsible for it. So you want to make sure you're grilling everybody and make sure everybody's giving you the right information as best as possible so you don't get stuck. Because boy, I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of the investment properties, me and the wife, we are in New Orleans. The dude called me and said the pipe bust out of the wall. I ain't never had a pipe bust out of no wall. And thank God we was able, her pops was alive. We was able to, I spoke about it on another podcast. I was able to get that taken care of less than 24 hours, but that's a scary thing. And guess what? The people prior, they just taped it up. They knew it was an issue. They taped it up. But when you do an inspection, they're not going behind the walls.
Right.
So you couldn't tell until it bust and it flooded the second floor. Then I just told them to do it right. Don't patch it up. Fix it the right way. So once we sold the property, somebody behind me is not dealing with that. You know what I
Right.
mean? You just need to be in the honor system. You know, to do the right thing by people.
Yeah. As we talk about it, as we talk about vertical integration, um, I think we touched on some companies that we know of that are Apple. Apple is a new one. Apple started making their own chips. Instead, they stopped using the Intel chips. Now they're using they call the silicon chips. Um,
Mhm.
so I bring that up to say it's a difference between wanting to integrate vertically solely for the purpose of I want to make more money versus integrating vertically for necessity. You get what I'm saying? So like the article you read or the video you saw, Jason, or the what is it, the supplement company. So it's like, okay, I'm making supplements, but I'm spending this money on shipping, right? I might as well just buy my own trucks and then do it that way. So it's like you just saved yourself money by integrating vertically and by integrating, and now you can even use that as a whole separate business outside of what you even have there. And I think that's where the profit comes in. So even in terms of what we do, you know what I mean, like where's the need to integrate vertically? If it's just the wallet, I think that's
I think
where.
it's both though.
Well, listen, we all in business to make money 100%, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, and so like, and even Jason's like, I don't, you can't trust everybody to do everything. But again, what I was getting ready to say was it all depends on where it's coming from. It all depends on,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like what are we talking about? What are we dealing with here? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the reason? Give me the reason.
Yeah.
This is where my head would be.
It could be efficiency also and quality
Well, that's
control.
what
I
I
mean,
mean. What's the need?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What's the need? Like, yeah, this is way more efficient now. Like, you know who wins during vertical integration? COVID. So you ever heard of this company? This clothing company is a small brand called Tulones, based out of Atlanta.
No.
So what they did was during COVID, they blew up to a $30 million company. Is during COVID, they ordered all these supplies before COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
So when everybody was sitting at home and all the supply of the companies and stuff closed down, they had inventory. So
Mm-hmm.
they used COVID to market and make millions of dollars because they have the actual inventory to send out. So
Mm-hmm.
if somebody was in a different position than them, sort of like Gymshark, who now has the capacity to actually create most of their clothing, if their manufacturer or something shut down or COVID or something happens, you have that ability to keep the supply chain moving
Oh, I
without
see.
any.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so if I make my own candy and I own a candy company, I don't got to worry about the third party sending boxes, sending packaging, or any type of formulas. I do everything
because
in house
because you control it, right?
because I control everything. So we don't have to stop production. We just have to, figure out how to make it work during the time. And I think that's where the genius part come in. And COVID taught people like, hey, we got to control more stuff because
Mm.
this shut everything down. Like we could even get those masks that we were
Mm.
wearing, whatever you call them, those face masks.
Bro, people was making masks. I know people that was getting to that bag off of the mask for real. But but King, what was
Yeah.
you getting ready to say, King?
I don't even know.
Oh, but it yeah, it was people getting to it off of the mask. But all right, so even as we talk about that, we talk about supply and supply chain. There's been a lot
Oh,
going on.
hold on, I got it.
All
My
right.
fault. I got it. I got it. I said, because you said, would they be more worried about the money, or like would they be doing it out of necessity? And I
Yeah.
said it would be both, because they seen that they needed to do it, and then from them doing it themselves, then they saved money.
Well,
And
right.
then after that, you said they created a business out of just doing what they should have been doing from the beginning.
Right.
So, and that's a better way to look at it, far as just wanting to do it for money. But like, it made more sense. And
Right.
when I'm talking about sense, I'm talking about with a C, not an S.
Right. Right.
It's just some of these companies. I think one of the things that stop them is these machines, man. They cost a lot of money, man, to get because it's not just buying the machine; it's actually the labor that comes with it and all the other things that come with it. So that's why a lot of companies like, bro, I don't want to own these machines. Like the movie theaters, like, yo, I don't want to own the projector. I just want you to send me the projector. I'll pay you to rent it out, and then
Right.
you fix it when it breaks. You come pick it up, and you send me the movies, and it just makes the process easier. And there's some time. So I think it just depends on the industry and if you can make it make sense. Because
It's got to
some
make
of those
sense.
machines that are millions of dollars, man, and it's like I gotta pay millions, and what if it breaks after 5? You know what I mean? Once I have it for a certain time, now it costs you, the depreciation starts to happen.
Yeah. There's definitely some things that you might want to outsource, right? You know what I mean? There's some things that e- so even I'm about to give you a gem real quick. But even I know a lot of people, King, that started construction companies and don't do no construction. They outsource it.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Yep.
talking about.
they
Yep.
outsource
A
it.
majority of them, they got some else doing it. They got this company, but they subcontract the job out to somebody else.
Right,
Yep. Yep.
right. But so going into the next topic, there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of videos, a lot of articles in the news about boycotting. Is boycotting an economic advantage for African Americans? Thoughts?
Boycotting like Target,
Whatever. So there's
or like that, right?
yeah, whatever. I mean, just
Yeah.
period. Uh,
I feel like if this was in the 1960s and 70s, it would make sense. But right now, people still gonna do whatever they want to do. Like there's no we're not unified enough to want to do something like that. It sounds good, it looks good on social media, all those different things like that. But we've been shopping with everybody else for so long that it don't matter.
right.
Even if Security Bag open up a grocery store, people still gonna go to all the other grocery stores because they be like, yeah, I ain't giving these niggas my money. They gonna think like that. They're not gonna be like, oh, they got the best fruit in the city, they got the best fish, they got the best product. They like some people gonna be looking like, nah, I'm just not supporting because I thought of it and I ain't do it. It's all kind of reasons. It ain't just one, but I feel like it won't work.
I don't
It sound good though.
I don't know exactly what happened because honestly I don't watch the news. Um
Either. I stopped watching the '09 when I
yeah,
went to the
I started watching it. So but all I see is a lot of people boycotting uh like the Asian stores, the Chinese restaurants, the Asian beauty stores. Like it's a lot of African
I seen that.
Americans.
I seen that online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to figure out. I don't even care. I don't even want to know
Nah,
why.
the,
I was gonna
listen,
say I
that
was trying to
dude.
figure out why.
Now the dude made that post because the Asian guy killed the little boy, killed the little black
Oh,
kid,
So
and the little
so
black kid didn't steal anything. So the guy got on. He made videos. He made viral posts and said, "Listen, y'all black people, y'all can start boycotting us. We don't care. Like we don't need your money." And then I seen another Asian guy come up there and say, "Yeah, listen, don't listen to him. This guy's getting your stuff boycotted. Don't listen to this Asian guy. He don't speak for all of us." So
mm,
I seen that one too.
right.
So it was more because like people when something happened, we want to boycott or do different things like that. The only people that I know that spend money with their own people is like it might be the Asian people, it might be the Jews, it might be like the Hispanics, but
Mm,
like African Americans, Black people, Moorish Americans, whatever you want to call everybody, they spend money a lot with everybody, with anybody. Like it
Mm.
really don't matter, but that's how things been going for a while now.
No, it's true, man. I think boycott and I think protest. I think all of that is like I don't want to say pointless because we do have the right to do these things. Excuse me, to march and protest, but what's the end goal of what we're doing? Like people keep talking about Target, even when Amazon had the Met Gala, they sponsored it, but it's hypocrisy because these people are going online talking about all these people. You need to boycott this. Why are you going to the Met Gala? Why are you putting your this in Target and that in Walmart and this? I'm like, but you're talking on a social media platform that cut back DEI and did all like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, are you going to stop everything? Because if you're going to stop everything, I wouldn't even got your message right now. So where do we draw the line on how we're going to what we're going to boycott, who we're going to boycott? Does it make financial sense? Because guess what? In Target and Walmart, Amazon, all these places, there's black businesses in there. So we boycott them, we boycott the black businesses. And know what's
Ooh,
going to
that's
be
a
the first thing? It makes it easier.
mm,
Let's get these black businesses out here because the people boycott it, so they're not going to come in and purchase it because nobody else is purchasing these products, right? So it's just a bunch of misguided selective outraged people, man. Like, no, I'm not boycotting. Yeah, as soon as that Jay-Z album goes on sale, the white one, they only sell, I'm getting it. Guess what? As soon as they're doing something at Walmart, Amazon have Prime Tuesday, I'm getting it because guess what? Everybody's out for themselves with their selective outrage, man. I agree. We should be doing certain things. We should, but guess what? Better than a boycott.
mm,
Go into that damn store and buy those albums from all those people. Go in there and buy, what's her name? Tabitha Brown. Go
mm,
buy her seasoning. Go buy Spice King seasonings. Go do this stuff. Because if you buy these companies and you make them into billion-dollar entities, we don't have to shop at these other places. But
mm,
the fact that you're not going to do it because of what King just said, because you're going to be like, oh, they're black, I'm not doing this, whatever. Oh, they got 45 people. Oh, they don't really own all that company, but you don't question nobody else. But only people you question are people who look like you. What's the point of boycott, man? Do what's best for
mm,
you and your family because we're the only culture who puts our family before our culture, right? If that
mm,
makes sense, right? So every other culture, even Africans and different people, you say, I'm not going to shop at Jews, Asians, we're not shopping at nobody but these stores. We're going only to Cuban stores, we're going only Dominican and Puerto Rican. I don't want to say Puerto Rican because they're American, but Mexicans and Haitians and all these people. Blacks don't care.
mm,
We'll see a black store struggling, and we'll still go into the Arab store and buy the T-shirts and the alcohol and everything like that, and walk
mm,
by them and get upset with them, and then go to their store and try to rob them and steal, but won't do it at the other stores. You know what I mean? So
mm,
it's just a bunch of selective outrage, bro. People like people are full of crap, man. Like if you really care about black culture that much, go buy and support black culture relentlessly and see where it goes from there. If you're not, then just shut up because nobody
mm.
cares what you're saying. You're just doing it for clickbaits, and that's what most people are doing it for, just clickbaits.
Yo, shout out to Lonzo. What up, Lonzo? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Auntie Karen. Shalita checked in. Who else? Miss Kathy checked in. The family. What's up, family? So Lonzo is saying, he said exactly. Last time I checked, those places employed black people too. Shout out to you, Lonzo. Plus, we
No,
never
definitely.
Plus, we never created. Oh, Blarget. We never created a Blarget. Lonzo. Lonzo got to stop. Don't get Lonzo going. He said we got to practice like the Jewish community. They use a concept called fargin. Fargin.
Bargain, yeah.
Yeah.
But you
He's,
take, yeah, that's just being happy for other people, man.
he's
Like bastard success, man. Like
Lonzo.
I've been day one Keith Loren, man. Like over 10 years, bro. Like that dude started the company. I was always supported me and the wife, went to his pop-ups and everything. It's just we don't have that in our community, man. Like
Mm,
people really hate. They be like, oh, they're doing it. I want to do it too.
right.
And it's like, All right, that's cool. We can all do the same thing, but we still can support each other. Like
Right.
me and you, we could all do the same. We could all have the same type of podcast, and we could still support each other, right? There's enough money for everybody to to grow, but like we're just crabs in a barrel, man, and we'll change it, and we're changing it now because even though we have criticism, we still love our black people. We still love our culture. We're still going to ride for them, but we gotta check ourselves at the door sometime because we all don't think alike, and that boycotting that shit just stupid to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Like
Mm.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I wanted to make the connection in terms of if if we did integrate, if we integrated vertically, as a culture, would we need those other businesses? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is there a space in the black community where we have everything we need not to be able to go outside of it?
But that's the point. We can still go outside.
Right.
We just got to make sure our dollar is circulating more in our community. You
Right.
know what I mean? To us. And that's the problem. Like I can still go to the A-Rab. I'm not saying don't buy Louis, don't go to this place or buy nothing else. But I'm saying I'm talking about the people. I'm on and audience. I'm only talking about those people who complain about this stuff.
Mm.
Like you could still go to the store down the street and buy the subs and the cigarettes or whatever you buy. Just go
Subs and
to
cigarettes. This is bad. This is
and
bad.
support. Yeah, don't buy no cigarettes.
Just subs and cigarettes.
But yeah, you could still go support those places. Like we were talking about it today, King. Like there's a black bank down here called One United. You ask most people, you don't go to that bank. Why? Because it's not on every corner. So it's easier to go to a Bank of America or Chase because Wells Fargo because they're on more corners and it's easy access and they have portals and things that make life easier. So
Mm.
but those black banks can do the same thing if we all put those deposits in there, right? We put those deposits in there and then we went to support. So that's the only thing I'm saying. This is only for people who are complaining about boycotting and we don't have this and black people this and that. It's like, yeah, we're not in the same financial ecosystem as some of these other companies to do things in a certain capacity.
Nah, we're yo. This was a great talk, fellas. This was
Yeah.
smooth. I think Mikey would have been proud of us. I think Mikey would have been proud of us. Listen, shout out to everybody in the chat again. Um, Look, man, we got some big things coming up. You had an announcement to make, Jason. Did you forget about that, or are you not going to do it?
I got an announcement.
Oh, never mind. Um, you said, yo, I got a big announcement, but I'll tell you on Wednesday.
No, that was for the VA stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I got an announcement. What's
I was
going
like,
on?
all right. I've been waiting all this time.
Oh yeah, I'm coming to Black Wall Street. I bought a booth.
Did you for real?
Nah, I'm only fucking with you.
Yo,
Nah, I
you
ain't
what
going.
an asshole. Yo, this guy, man. Yo, Lonzo, man, you gotta pick your friends wisely, man.
My bad, man.
So this guy is crazy. So what would Mike do? Would he do the gyms?
Yeah, definitely do the gyms.
What would Mike do?
Yeah, what would Mike do, man? He would definitely make me go first. So I'm gonna go first, and then I'll have y'all clean it up, man. But yo, I know we talked about a lot. I don't know if I have a gym. I think we've been dropping gyms all night for real, but um probably gonna do one I did 100 times before, and that is know your numbers. Lonzo said he'd do the gyms. Lonzo, we working on it. Yo, I'm gonna say know your numbers because once you understand the numbers, you can understand how to move. But if you don't know the numbers, you ain't gonna know how to move. You just out there winging it, man. So do your homework and know your numbers, man. That's my gym for the day.
Definitely, I'll go. Man, support black businesses, man. Go to stbclothingco.com, man, and support black businesses so we can
Ooh.
grow this channel. we can grow the things we're doing, try to get into some more cities that we're working on right now, and start giving more financial education out there, linking with more people around the country, man, so we can really start moving the dial doing this, man, making more access to homes, really fighting for down payment. I'm sorry, really fighting for home affordability, and that's not down payment assistance. That's not what it is. Home affordability is being able to afford the home, not paying for the home to get into the home, but actually affording the home once you move in. So support Black businesses. Let's continue the trend for affordable housing. And yeah, let's go.
What you got, King?
So mine would be, don't only use your VA benefits to just purchase a single family. Use it to purchase a 2 to 4 unit.
Yep. Yep.
For sure.
Call me. I can help you with that.
Yeah. Yeah. This message was sponsored by King Darius Bay. Apply with MrBenton.com and the Gibson Team RE.com.
That was fire.
Y'all are known on TikTok too. I connected with a lady from New Haven, and we spoke on what y'all doing. We TikTok famous out here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't be posting on TikTok?
Who?
Man, I didn't even know we had a TikTok.
I be posting on my page on TikTok.
We
Me too.
We integrated vertically, man. We got the marketing company that posts on TikTok.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was smooth.
And yo, STB Clothing Co. That's STB as in secure the bag, clothingco.com.
Yes.
That's an integration. We got our own clothing co. You know what I'm saying? Our own clothing company. Go there, support, right? Buy what we still got hoodies up there, guys. I think, listen, if you think we should do another launch, I've been trying to talk Jason into this. Do you think we should update some of the stuff we got some dope stuff up there. Don't get me wrong. The stuff up there is dope. We got the hat. I need that hat, bro. I think I'm about to order that hat myself right now. But hold on. What am I doing? Let me share the screen real quick. I got it, King. So we still got the hoodies popping off, but I know it ain't hoodie season. It's t-shirt season. We got some t-shirts up there too.
It's always hoodie season, man.
Yo,
always hoodie season.
You got chill.
We in Connecticut. Always hoodie season.
You got chill. You're not lying. He's not lying, but I'm not doing it. So yeah, we got some stuff up there, yo. If y'all want some more inventory, I want to do a drop, yo. Let's do a drop, man. Let's design some new stuff and put some stuff out there, man. Let's get them back to the clothing store. Shout out to everybody that purchased their hoodies and their merch this year. Lonzo said y'all got to make a shiesty. Yo,
we appreciate that.
Lonzo, you got a hoodie yet? You got to get a hoodie, bro. Shout out.
Hey, Lonzo, we're not going to be responsible for the increase in crime with a shiesty in New Haven.
With the Secure the Bag logo on it.
With the Secure the Bag logo on the shiesty.
That's going to be bad. It's definitely going to be bad. But yeah, let's we're gonna see if we could. I'm gonna keep working on Jason, man. We're gonna come up with some designs, man. Let's do a drop. And then we'll let y'all know the date of when that drop is gonna be, and then we're gonna get everybody to order it. I think this is the base. I say we keep this as the base, but I think we need to do a special drop, limited time only designs. Ooh, because we integrated vertically. You're welcome. Hey, listen, tonight's message was simple, man. Secure the bag, but don't just secure it for today. Use it with wisdom. Buy assets. Understand your loans. Pick your markets. Build systems. Support ownership. Because the goal isn't just to make money. The goal is to control more of what creates the money. That's a bar. Mike would have never said that. Yo, listen. We'll be back next week. We're going to see you next week. I think we got a special guest next week. We'll make that announcement during the week. So make sure you you follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Join Secure the Bag University. There's still some content in there. We're gonna drop some more content in there, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next week. Y'all got anything?
Nah, see you next week.
See you next week.
Later.
Beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, moved G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Flock like bugs to the light. Getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top, bullshit. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody day's a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Yeah.